So the Veterans Administration has something called Minimum Property Requirements, or MPRs, and it's one of the chapters in the Lender's Handbook that has all the different various guidelines that the VA uses to determine if a loan is going to be eligible for them. And under minimum property requirements, there's just a ton of information, but some of it talks about safety things, right? So if you're, let's say you have a deck on the back and it's 8 feet above the ground and there's no railing, that's not going to meet minimum property requirements because somebody could fall down and get seriously hurt. Another one is going to be peeling paint on a house that was constructed prior to 1978. So prior to 1978, a lot of homes were painted with lead-based paint, and lead-based paint is considered a hazard. And so if you're purchasing a home that was constructed prior to 1978, any peeling paint on that house is automatically going to be treated as if it was lead-based paint, which means that it has to be remediated. So if it's peeling, it needs to be scraped off and repainted. And then this is very important. This is where a lot of people fail appraisal inspections under minimum property requirements. The paint chips that end up on the ground must be picked up. And the reason why is that many years ago, there was a little girl that was eating lead-based paint. She was peeling it and eating it, and she passed away. It was a very painful, gruesome death. And since then, the laws have come up and said that if you have a home constructed prior to 1978, you must treat it as if it's lead-based paint. There's other things too. If you live in an area that normally doesn't have air conditioning, then air conditioning may not be required. But if you live in an area where most homes have air conditioning, then that's going to be a minimum property requirement. Same thing with heating. If you live in an area that's very hot and never gets cold, and most people just don't have central heating, then minimum property requirements may not require central heating. So I hope that makes sense. But really what it is the VA wants to make sure, and they need to make sure that the property is livable and that it's going to be comfortable for the veteran to live in, and that there's no safety hazards that could cause a problem. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can leave a comment in the section below, or you can also email me at the email at the bottom of the screen, and I will send you a copy of the minimum property requirements directly from the VA. I hope you found this video useful.